Hi, I'm Daniel Bruce Van Dyke, and I want to give a tribute to Rudy Videvell II. The thing that I'll remember most about Rudy is that he was an adventurous person. He never quit. He was a very important mentor in my life. I hope wherever he is now, he's got waist-deep powder, and he's got a following sea. 20 knots, 25, pull back, and surfing. What a life. Carry on, mentor.
Hey Derek.
Hey, what's happening, Rudy? The story I have is a 2-day sailing trip. I'm steering, and the wind shifted, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And Rudy comes up. He looks over and he sees the land, and he's like, "Well, what are you doing?" And he jumps in the seat and he turns it. And once we were in the clear, he looked over at me, and I thought he was just going to start yelling at me, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't. And he just said, well, at least you know what not to do. And I was like, yeah, thanks. Sorry about that.
I will never forget Rudy. My deepest sympathy. I'm so happy that I knew Rudy, and I thank you.
Jay and I send along our best wishes to all of Rudy's family and friends. Many will miss Rudy, including us. Jay and I send our sincerest sympathies and condolences to Susie, Rudy Jr., Annie, Bailey, and Tripp.
He was just a very kind, generous man. He was truly a one-of-a-kind man, and I will so miss him.
He was amazing. And I think as I continued to reflect on it, one word just kept coming back to my mind, and that word is love. And if I can look back someday at my own life and I can have half as much of the joy that Rudy had, I'm going to chalk that up to a really great success.
I wonder about his name. The name Rudy, the name Rudolph. Well, it actually comes from a German story about Rudolph as a famous wolf. Yeah, Rudy could have the determination and the focus of a wolf. But it was the second meaning of that name that really hit me. The name Rudy also means destined for great things. Could this 97-year-old stud of a man have any other name besides that? I don't think so. So Rudy, thanks for the pure pleasure and the special privilege I had of knowing you. I will never forget you.
I have many fond memories. One of the things that really impacted me is his perseverance. He wouldn't quit. He plods, goes right past me, beat me to the top of the old Baldy's, and up there having a party. I got beaten by a 90-year-old guy.
Hi, Susie. God be with you, and my sympathies to you over the homegoing of Rudy. The same for all the family. We will miss him, but we thank God that he was in our life. He lit a spark of life in all of us.
There are so many things I could talk about, so many wonderful times I've had with Uncle Rudy. Anyway, I miss Uncle Rudy so much.
It's been my pleasure to know Rudy Videvell Sr. since 1973. And Rudy swam in the Masters State meet. And then at the meet, he swam the 50 and the 100 free, won both his events, and was tremendously inspirational to the entire crowd who ended up shouting, Rudy, 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 for the probably 10 minutes that Rudy was in the pool. Such an inspiration. He's one of those most unforgettable characters that you read about in Reader's Digest. Rudy, thank you.
Rudy and I met through Carl Van Krimpen, our mutual friend, back in 1981. He was a caring, warm, open, non-judgmental person who took everybody in. We're just happy to have been a part of his life. Thank you so much.
Well, man, Videvell, just want to thank you for the input you've had and impact you've had on my life and heck, the life of even my kids. Just thank you for everything. Thank you, sir.
And I'm happy to have been a friend of Rudy's for, near 50-ish years, I guess. We really can't say to Rudy, rest in peace, adventure in peace. Carry on, Rudy. Be on the other side.
He's always had great stories. Always have a good story for you. He will be missed. And best to you all.
Well, he was quite a man and quite an adventurer. Great person. Loved him dearly.
So we had a lifetime of exciting and memorable trips with our families. Well, the great power of the Holy Spirit has guided us and Rudy Sr. and is waiting for us with Christ at his side forever. What a promise he has given us.
And Mr. Rudy has been an inspiration to us all on how to live a good life through Jesus. We love Mr. Rudy and we're really going to miss him.
It's a good way to say we'll look forward to seeing you again someday, Rudy. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your friendship. Love you.
But it has only been in the recent years that I have grown to know him and our friendship has blossomed in a deeper, more fundamental way. It began when Rudy was not driving as much and I volunteered to be his driver one day a week. When we ran our errands, we always ran into people that knew Rudy, and he would always take time. He never was in a hurry, and I learned patience is truly a virtue. Rudy was a dear friend, and he lived his principles. He was honest to a fault. He would never think of ever using his advantage to cheat or swindle somebody.
Look familiar? Will be missed, but never forgotten. I just want you to know that, Rudy. You helped out so many people in here, my high school kids, when you would talk to them. You give them all that knowledge and wisdom. We loved it. I loved it. Like I said, I'll miss you. I'll see you up there. Love you.
If there's two things in life that my gramps taught me, it's to climb every mountain and to never give up on your dreams. So I'm so thankful that I got to call him my own and get to see him flourish in every way in his life, and he lived an incredible life, and I'm so happy that I was his granddaughter. Love you forever, Gramps.
If Rudy's life was a book, it would be a book of marvels, about a marvelous life. His book would be full of interesting and wonderful characters. First, his friends. Secondly, his family. And, of course, every great story must have a true love. My uncle's books would feature adventures galore, fighting off pirates with a spear gun, almost being blown off a mountaintop during a gale, landing upside down and stuck in a tree while skiing. One extraordinary chapter after another. Like all good books, I didn't want this book to end. I wanted Rudy to call me one more time with the words, "Julie, I'm so glad I got you," or invite us one more time to visit, or hear about one more adventure. One more. Well, the good news is that there will be a sequel. It will be a fantastic story with a truly inspiring hero. You will want to read it.
We will really miss Big Rudy now that he's gone on his way.
Made his final ascent.
Love you both.
Wow, Dad, what an amazing life. You lived it to the fullest, and that's all I can say. There's no other word for your life. And I am honored to be your daughter, and I thank you every day for giving me the spirit of adventure and exploration. And I just want to yell out a little pooty to you from on top of here, because I know every time I pooty, you're always nearby. I love you and miss you very much.
I have one huge memory. When Rudy and I were dating in Chicago, we were at the Drake Hotel one night on the dance floor, and he said to me, "Susie, if you marry me, your life, our life together will be an adventure, and it will go much too fast. That's the only problem." And here I am, 63 years later, saying, yes, it sure did go fast, but it was a ride. It was a wonderful, wonderful life. Nobody could have had a better one than we did. So Rudy, I'm here, I love you, and one of these days I'll see you on top.
This is Rudy's favorite sand dune, certainly mine too, Old Baldy, just a little bit further south from our house where I grew up. And I'm just reflecting on life and Dad's life. It's a wonderful life. Yours, mine, and certainly Dad's. What a incredible life. What a ride. Everything I have and everything I've become is 100% my dad. And I'm pleased with who I've become and eternally grateful to my father, Rudy, for, bringing me into this world, because he actually had to talk my mom into it. Life is precious. Yours, mine, and certainly Dad's was precious. Rudy!
I've got one little farewell for you. It's my favorite saying. God is great, life is sweet, the best is yet to come. And if I don't see you before, I'll see you on top. So that's my thought for you all. And then I just like to toast. It's my favorite toast. Some of you have heard it already, so if you don't mind me repeating, it's my favorite of all things. You know how important friendship is. When you get my age, the bad news is I'm losing all my old friends, right? Good news is I got to make new friends, right? I can make new friends. So what my toast is, there's a lot of ships at sea, Jim, warships, container ships, great sailing ships, and wooden ships, container ships, and all freighters, and all the rest of the ship. But the best ship of all, the most important ship of all, is friendship.
Cheers.
Cheers. And now,
Cheers.
Where's my drink?
I gotta share.
Got a brown beer.
I like brown.